how did it come about in summary of the match itself?
Thanks, Rabri. Good afternoon to the members of the media. I think I actually don't know where to start. Know if it's on. Yeah, it's on now.
Okay, nice.
It's on. Okay. Yeah, I think we started off very brightly. We were very, tactically disciplined. I think we got carried away because we had a lot of turnovers where we could have capitalized. I think if I counted about 7 or 8 where we won the ball in the middle of the park, we couldn't just connect. Probably first half we had 2 shorted goals, and instead we could have probably had more than that, way more than that. So I was a little bit disappointed when it comes to that. But in terms of the structure, the shape at the back, we did not give them too much space whenever they were coming in those dangerous areas, because they're a team that will stretch you and also be quick to exploit the space inside with combination play, and also maybe play the ball behind you. So I think we managed that much better today. But actually about twice, they nearly caught us napping, and we were lucky not to concede. And from that moment, I think they gained momentum, and they had about 3 cutbacks. They did not connect well with those opportunities. I think it could have been a different story altogether. And when you look at how we scored, actually our chances are more or less the same as the chances that they got first half, and those were half chances. And I think we capitalized on ours. We took them very well. In the second half, we came back very, much better than in terms of connection, while the structure was still intact, and we were compact and disciplined until we considered a goal that we shouldn't have. I mean, we planned for that several times. We showed the guys, actually not several times, on many occasions we said to the guys, if there is no pressure on the ball, let's drop and center. Automatically that will pull the defensive midfielders to join you for the second ball. If we can't win the first ball, we'll win the second ball. And whenever we did that consistently, we were in control, except for our final third entries where we couldn't connect. But defensively, we were very, very good. Until that moment, that led to the corner, where we let them, actually that was the second one, if I'm not mistaken, and we managed to recover the first one. The second one, then they got a corner, and then they converted from the corner. I think the goalkeeper, there was sort of like a misunderstanding where the keeper said to some of the players, keeper, and then they stopped challenging the ball, and then I don't know if it's Victor that scored the goal, Zwane, or it was maybe another player. So, but it was just miscommunication. Then we got the equalizer, because now we took the game to them. We started connecting actually when we made changes. With Ngwenya, we had better connection, speed of thought, and execution was there as well. That led to the goals that we scored. And I believe it could have been better, but yeah. For the fact that also it has been very, very difficult for us to beat TS Galaxy, so we needed to make sure that this one we get maximum points. And what a way to get maximum points. That showed character. We just need to change our mindset and mentality. We need to believe more on ourselves, because you can't concede the goal at home and then you look down, it's like you are giving up. we had to lift them up and make them believe that we can come back and get the equalizer. Even after they scored the second goal, we still said to them, when you look at the clock, there's enough time for us to come back and get the worst results we can get in this game. It's a draw. We can't afford to lose at home. And I think they showed that character. They responded positively. Even after equalizing, when you look at the clock again, we said, no, we can still get the winner. Why do we still want to go and celebrate? So we need to have a different mentality as AmaZulu. At home, no one should come out. And I think it paid off in the end. We managed to get the winner. And I must commend the players that came off the bench. Their impact was magical. So I think all the players, they deserve the credit for the effort, because what matters is to get maximum points, and we did exactly that.
Thanks, Zwane. So long as I went to start with the national team.
Coach, looking at my level sportsman, just your thought on when you've been involved with 3 goals and then just reflect back on a game. It's one of those where, say, football can kill you.
Yeah, it's true. Look, remember when you analyze the oppositions, you look at their strengths and weaknesses, and they had just played a game over during the week. I think obviously that game was going to take a lot from them, plus traveling. And now we're playing at 3:30. This side is humid, so where they come from is a bit dry. Though they are based in Joburg, but we needed to be very, very smart, because they are based in Joburg. They still travel to Mbombela and come to Joburg and come to us. So we needed to capitalize on that. So we knew that they were gonna die at some point. They were gonna drop in terms of energy levels, and we must have something in the pocket that now will put them more under pressure, more especially last 30 minutes of the second half. And I think when Gwenya came on, then he did exactly that, and he also helped. All of a sudden, Atini as well came alive and created. He was also heavily involved in those goals that we scored. So which is good. And Langa as well, Langa as well managed to give us. Actually, he gave us something different in terms of holding the ball, connecting with the runners, waiting for the right moment in the final third entries. So I think he's also one of the players that did exceptionally well.
Congratulations on the win. Speaking of Mbanjwa and Mbanjwa came from the bench and made a difference, making sure that they score and coming back from over behind. From the players looking at some remaining games for this season, always have another mentality of, despite of them, training, but making sure we see the score and end up winning the game, so that we make sure we see the results and the maximum points, and also mentioning all the first day, obviously, is waiting, for this opportunity. Also, as visual in the blue colors, and the assessment level in this first game, and also Mbanjwa.
Ngiyabonga sisi. Uyazi ngihappy kakhulu for Mbanjwa. Mbanjwa is this player in potential. Kodwa ke uyambona ngalesikhathi nini nawumboni, and la khona sekabamba momentum then uyalimala. So ngiyathandaza nje ukuthi angalimali this time. Ahlala ready ngoba he can offer a team a lot. And now wonke umuntu nje ngoba football is very unpredictable. We just lost to Hlangabeza, of which Hlangabeza is one of the players that has played a huge role from the beginning of the season, and he was growing in stature. So when you lose your key players, sometimes now you start looking for different combinations and see how you can bring in players that can complement the ones that they've already in the system. Remember, we are still building an identity, trying to find a way of how to win games, how to dictate terms, how to make sure that people have fear when they come to KwaZulu-Natal as soon as they think about AmaZulu. So I think today we showed that with our never say die attitude, and hopefully sizoqhubeka ngayo last gcina khona ukuthi nanoma silose game ngepride, and sibe proud futhi ukuthi we gave everything emidlalweni. So eqinisweni nanamhlanje probably bengizoba blame ngama-goals siwaconsiderile, but I think i-play at some point was evenly balanced, and sizosebenza more ku-our attacking phase, because I think here we let it down from first half. But I think ukungena kwaNgwenya-ke nomhlongo bese nasemidleleni ukuletha a little bit of strength, ngoba ubangane bese kakhathele strength plus explosiveness yokuya phambili ukusupporta ukuthi sifike ngespeed, hence Mbanjwa end up scoring. So that's why I'm happy for him, and if Mbanjwa angabamba nje le opportunity kanje, we're going to be a difficult team to play against.
Coach, congrats on some of the men from Apples. Coach, you mentioned you're still establishing the team's identity, but then you find yourself in third position right now. It's obviously subject to your results at Kaizer Chiefs, so 2 games in hand. But anyways, it is a very good position for a club that is still trying to establish its identity. But my question goes to the ambition of the team. The chairman always emphasizes that AmaZulu is a top 4 team in the PSL. So you are now in the CAF spots. Do you think the club has what it takes to remain in that position, regardless of how, obviously other teams would then play on the side?
Yeah, look, what am I in position 4? Because I know that Kaizer Chiefs, they've got a better goal difference. And namhlanje bengiminyile, it would have been nice if best winning 3-0, because we need goals. But football sometimes ikanje esikujabulayo ukuthi sigrind ama-points ekhaya, okunye sizokulungisa ukuya phambili, shilo identity asizinto ezihlangana ngokushesha lezo. More build character khona la uzuluza khona, and at the same time you lose players that are key build that system, ngoba they form your core your club, your team. So once you lose 1 or 2, should you told a direct replacement, and told to since cut laba abanye abekho ready, not which they are not good enough to be in the system, but we are still working on them. And now you can't go to the market because we believe on this one, and now labo ngathi ufike balanda ku market nabo samele bafike ba adjust. Adaptation sometimes takes long, and a team efana namaZulu asina noma yipi team eKZN team difficult to idlalele because ifuna umuntu nomqondo right. So right now sizama ukulungisa nje indaba ye discipline. Mangithi discipline, I'm not saying I'm a players with a discipline. Ngizama ukuthi discipline in terms of what they eat. Start ukudlala manje, everyone should go home, relax, abheke game TV, asibukele, alungise ama mistakes wakhe before thina sihlangana naye. Sorry. Then masibonana futhi sense maintenance session, then abanye bayenze regen, then senze analysis, corrections, individuals, and then we start planning for the next game. which is on Saturday. So we don't have time because we have that game and we have to travel to Bloemfontein and come back, and we'll only have one day to prepare for the next game, which is Orlando Pirates back home here. So, and then from there we have to travel again to Polokwane. So, and the only way we can get this right is what we'll put in our bodies, our players themselves, so that they recover very, very quick. And it doesn't start closer to the game. It starts like now, after manje. Right, early. So emphasizing on all those aspects, because as was important, we help people to recover fully, be focused, and hopefully once we get that one right, I think will position it better, which is compete better. My teams are good, like our TS Galaxy and many other teams.
Coach, well done on the result. This picture is very interesting. I mean, when you look at the last couple of seasons, I think maybe it's been probably 3 years. This picture produces goals all the time. 5 goals today. What would be the reason for that? I think it's one of those pictures that always gets a lot of goals. What would be the reason for that, coach?
I think when I got here and Coach Khan, I remember the first game we played against them in Mbombela. I think we had them. The game was too tactical. It was too tight. Hence the results ended up 1-0. But we were on the losing side, and from a mistake, just like the goals we conceded today. But take nothing away from the goal that was scored, the second goal today. I think that's individual brilliance, but it came from our mistake when we actually attacking, and then we lost the ball on the side to Obongan, I think, that time. And then immediately they got the ball, played the forward pass, and then they managed to stretch us. And from that moment, now we win 6s and 7s. But if you look at the first goal, I think we could have done better. Maybe the second goal, against the run of play, when you are chasing the game, those things will happen. We just have to be better organized, and it's understandable. So in that game, I think we had a number of chances. Then we went to them. I think, they came here and we lost 2-1, if not 2-0. I think if I'm not mistaken, I was 2-0. 2-0, I think at Princess Makoko? Kingswell Tini. So I think for me, if there's a game that they outplayed us, was that one. We were not probably ready for that game. We did not create enough chances in that game, if my memory serves me well. And then the one that we lost 3-1, where we got a red card. I think we were even showing the players some of the moments we had, good moments in that game. We beat ourselves in that game. We could have easily grabbed maximum points on our side. Yes, they are a top side, but in that game we beat ourselves because we had moments at least to get a point away from home. And we told ourselves that this time around, we're not going to let them out of Mabida, with maximum points. There's no way. And we've been sort of like drilling that in our players' mind, instilling that mentality of, listen, you can't just let everyone to come in and do as they please in your home ground. If you are a man and you can't control your own home, who are you gonna beat if you don't win at home? Yes, you're gonna lose games, but when you lose games, let people also see that you lost, but you deserve to win. You lost because you're playing against a better team or a good team, or on the day the other team had more luck than you, but not to lose games when teams are there for the taking for us to capitalize, and I've been saying to our players, do you really want to be a champion or you want to add numbers? It's your choice. You can't be saying you're playing for Mazulu, but you want to play for fun. Football is a profession. So you create your own luck. How do you create your own luck? You put, total focus into what you are doing, which is it becomes a business now. It becomes your bread and butter. You sleep football, you eat football, you spend time. Gone are those days when I was still playing. When I started, we were semi-professional players. These players, they come in the morning, before they start training, they eat breakfast. After breakfast, there's lunch. So when I started playing, a lot of us, they were working. And as time went on and then the game improved, the sponsors were coming in, then we became professionals, now full-time professional players. So now it's at a different level, because most of the teams, players, they focus, they're doing nothing except for playing football. So now, why do you want to add numbers? So if you have that mentality, then you don't deserve to be at Amazulu. We want to win. It's as simple as that. We want to win. So if we don't win cups, we have to win our games. Oh yes, we are still on that foundation phase, but we have to send a strong message to other teams. We have to send a strong message to everyone if you want people to come and support you at home. And I was glad to see a lot of people today coming to watch the players play at home, and probably after this win will bring more people that would want to see this live. And the more you win is the more people want to support you, the more people have that belief that we have our pride as KZN people, and our pride is Amazulu. We can play all the good football, we can do whatever. If we don't win games, it's a waste of time. We have to win. That's the mentality we have to. So it comes with the discipline. It comes with dedication. It comes with commitment. It comes with love. All those things, you need to combine them, and trust me, you'll reap. Usually we reap what you sow in life. You'll reap the reward only if you do the right things. One day God will answer you. One day God will give you what you deserve, because you give everything in it.
Yes, Coach, we had the final two here, I think, sorted. Coach.
Yeah, well. Yeah, bazobuza wani ngishaya 10 yamafu bangasabuzi
Sorry, Coach, not to put
Fatman.
Okay.
Congrats,
Ntomda.
and this is Big Mike from my family, but I was sports worker. The government, speaking of discipline, I'm sure the first assignment that needs to be attended to is discipline, especially on the field, where you score a goal within a couple of minutes, and then you consider the goal again. So I think that one, I'm sure, probably will do something about it. And how far, or maybe how are the new signings, probably doing as far as you concerned? Would you say to the supporters of Amazulu, they'll definitely change this, and also to, based on your assessment, would you say you definitely have ammunitions there?
Yeah, thanks, Putumtal. I think you are correct. You need to be disciplined. After scoring a goal, you need to be more composed. To control the tempo, to control the game, to make sure that you don't concede immediately. But I think as a team that is good face as build up, I think it's good for such things to happen. Because these, in real game, you test the character. Can you come back? You know, this can build this team. They believe, because for the fact that for the first time after a long time, when we concede, we don't usually come back. You know, so I'll give them credit. It happened for a reason, and I'm actually happy that it happened, because we needed to come back. You know, I'm not happy that we conceded. I'm happy that I think it brought the best out of us, that we can come back, and now it will bring that belief in our players to say, guys, we've got what it takes. Once we concede, we can still come back. And as I said earlier on, once uzama ukule foundation, now uyazi mawakhe indlu, kushoda lokhu kushoda lokhu, but hayi leya isafiti, so nokubuilda i-team kunjalo. Ama-puzzles kumele uwafite kahle, ama-puzzles uthola ukuthi enye ayisangeni seyaxega, so kuba izinto ezinjalo. So as time goes on, that discipline you'll see actually from this team, because they've shown a lot of commitment, all of them, especially this season. I'm so proud of them. My players Samasha, I think they will add much needed value. Yes, abanye babo, the tempo from where they come from, the intensity is not the same. They are still, adjusting. As with the adaptation, to some it will take long. To some, they'll just, gel in quickly. And that will be a plus for the club. And as you must have seen today, and at some point we were thinking Slata or Mbanjwa. For Bongane, so at least sibana bench futhi eba strong. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying besingana bench is strong. Besina good players, sababuild abanye abancane. So since you don't want to throw them into the deep end and expect them miracles, because we also have a mandate. Ekumele siyifulfile as a club, ukuthi we have to finish as high as possible position. I mean, on the underlog. So some will give them opportunity here and there. Some ngeke babona. So, but you need also quality, and I think today Mbanjwa showed his quality when he came off the bench. He scored. Ngwenya also Makogolo, as he was blowing hot and cold, but that last 15 minutes, he gave us everything that we were looking for from him, and he showed his class and quality. So far so good, but we never stop working. We are actually far from where we want to be. We still have a long way to go.
Thank you, Coach.